on PS5. And with that, we're continuing some Sea of Thieves, actually like a scallywag, meaning beginner actually edition and stuff. And I'm sorry for the last actually like broadcast stream short. For some reason it went and made me lose connection to my broadcast, so I'm continuing again. Okay, so we actually went before on your graphic settings, your HUD, your gameplay and all. Now we're going with matchmaking. Okay, then you have allow crossplay. Okay, crossplay will be actually like you're doing with PC, you're doing with Xbox players, you're doing with actually like PS5 players. Okay, so if you want actually like kind of actually more smooth and actually like not so brutal and all, because sometimes you'll actually hit actually like so many like veterans that have been playing for years and stuff, I would actually go with allow crossplay off. Okay, so do that. Okay, then this doesn't really actually have to do anything, but just so you're not dealing with people with keyboards or mouse and stuff, you know, with that, I go and actually put that actually on yes for controllers. Okay, and then this, I guess, is actually like if you want to play with people that are like in the server, if they're actually in like, let's say, that are outside your region. True now. So that actually like it'll be easier to find matches if you say no to that. Okay. So try to actually have and let's say that you have these and your friend actually has allow crossplay yes. Okay. And you have a no and you invite them. Okay, they're not going to really be able to actually like join you, okay, as much. It'll say that can't join this person or whatever. The crossplay settings actually are actually like not set or like whatever, you know. It'll say that they'll have different ones. So make sure what they actually have actually on this. Okay, and also you can only do this before you start a voyage. Okay, like when you're actually on the adventure tutorial screen, you know, which is this screen. You only can do that toward there, because once you're in game, you don't have access to your matchmaking. Okay, so with that, we're getting into the adventure. Okay, and I discussed on the last one what the difference between safer seas is and high seas, so you can look actually at that. Okay, we're going with high seas actually for right now, because I actually have my faction, I'm actually above 25. Okay, so then if you have a guild, I have a guild. You know, it actually is Black Sails, based off of a TV show. And then there's Irish Rovers or something, you know, for actually like my Irish songs, kind of piratey type of stuff. Sometimes actually like with actually like Irish type of stuff, you know, with that. So that actually I have, you know, but for the most part, I've been working with the my Black Sails crew, because I don't really have anyone actually in actually like currently the Irish Rovers, just me and one other person. So with that, we're gonna go with Black Sails. Okay, and you can also contribute ships to your like your friends would actually like contribute ships to the guild. Okay, so they may not actually have to actually buy actually like a ship or whatever, but it's good to actually buy a ship. So with that, see, this is Sea-Vane your Trino, which is a sloop, which I recommend for beginners. You have brigantine, then galleon, your Trino, and then see actually right here it has another sloop that actually is actually like someone that donated their ship to actually like my guild. Okay, do that. So with that, we're going with my Sea-Vane Slark. Okay, and then here, okay, what actually restore is. Okay, that is if like you don't have to actually like restore your ship. Okay, that's if you don't want actually like the battle scars actually from your previous thing, you just want it like a fresh look on your ship. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, so it's pristine right now. And then you can actually like renaming deeds, you know, actually, but you can rename the ship if you don't like it through the Pirate Emporium. Okay, but we're going to go sail. Okay. And then this, open crew, play with friends and people that are looking actually online. Be careful with open crew, because you may not actually know some of the people that are actually on the open crew. And they could actually, like, let's say they're in a fort and they get actually like a cannon keg and just blow you to pieces, you know, actually with your ship, your own crew, you know, so they could do actually like a lot of harm. Okay, so what I do is play with actually your friends and guild members. So you can actually play with your friends online or someone that actually is a guild member, okay? And then actually, like, if you don't really have a guild and you just want to play with your friends, that's what closed crew is actually about, okay? So with that, Don't really have anyone actually online to here, but I'll just do guild crew. Okay. Confirm and assemble the crew. Okay. This is what my pirate looks like. Okay. Now we're going to actually, you'll see this. If you want to invite your friend, you'll just go to Square, Neutrino, and then see it says send game invite, and then it'll cycle a little bit. Right here, it's like searching right now. Usually doesn't take too long. See, like right here, it'll say what your friends actually, like what friends are actually online, Neutrino, and if anyone actually is playing or something, you know, you with that, you can go and do that, okay? You can go invite them, okay? So with that, we're setting sail. Sometimes it can take really fast, sometimes it'll actually take a little slower, you know? Depends on the internet connection. When you get this page, it means you're loading into a session. So this is really good when you get this right away. It means your internet is strong. Okay, so generally when you always spawn in the game, you start actually at this table, okay? So this is the tavern, okay? And with this can actually open up, you know, when you hit Pirate Legend. I'm not going to spoil that for you. It's just for beginners, okay? You could go to your barrel, okay? And this is actually, that was a coconut that heals you. This is a trap or something you can set it, you know, and if actually an enemy actually steps on it, then it'll actually hurt them, okay? So we get that, and now we have worms, okay? Interesting, you can use it for fishing, or you can actually like do this to here. See, they're actually moving. You can, yes, I kid you not, you can eat them, you know, and your character's going to throw up. So you could get a bucket like this. Okay, this is kind of funny, but my character is going to start throwing up soon. See? And I just threw up in the bucket. Okay, you could throw it actually on your friends in the game, or you can go and throw it on yourself. See? I just puked on myself. Isn't that funny? Of course, it also blocks to that, so you could even use that in battle, too, probably, you know, if you're close enough, you could do that so that kind of blocks their view and stuff. But this mostly is for your the bail your water. So you usually push the left top bumper to actually access that. So you have your food, your compass, generally, sometimes your tools and stuff to that, and then you actually have your ship. That's how I actually have mine, at least actually like mapped out and stuff. Okay, so with that, see, we actually are empty, and then I'll explain right here. Okay, so here's bananas. The bananas are like the least amount that actually restores your health. Then it goes actually, like I believe it goes to pomegranates, and then coconuts, okay? And then it goes to mangoes, and then pineapples, okay? This is your board, actually like boards to do any damage that you get from your ship, okay? Like to repair your ship. This is chain shot, okay? This can actually like go, and if you're really good actually at your aim, you could aim that actually at their person's helm, like their wheel or their mast, and actually like enough of that will actually like make their mast collapse, okay? So very useful, okay? I don't use it too much to that, but so now these, okay? Fire bombs. You can use that actually like if you're getting close toward an enemy ship, and you can just throw that actually at the enemy ship, and if it hits, it'll start their ship actually on fire, okay? Or you can fire them actually out with cannons, you know, fire these actually out of cannons, okay? So there's that. And then the chain shot we talked about, okay? And then see actually how these I'm not able to actually do, correct? To that, so what you can do, actually, you know, is you can go, and I can't get those yet, but let's say that, see, you always kind of actually right nearby, your ship will always be there, and it'll show actually like what your ship's name is, and then also like different sound effects do that. See, mine's like gunshot because it's called the feared, okay? And I'll say actually like that. That actually is for actually like your, like your ship name and stuff, you know, actually when I was talking about the settings, that wouldn't show actually up here, you know. So if you don't want that to show up, then you would disable that, okay? So right here, this is a sloop, okay? You have, at the very top, your harpoons, Okay, fire that. You can actually use that to go in and see how it's locked. You can use that actually to like you push actually like R2 to fire it. Okay, left joystick, right joystick, or whatever to move it, and then see you can also push L2 and it'll kind of actually like pull the ship a little. But I'm anchored right now. So that's there. You can also use it, like you see if I was going there and there's treasure, you can harpoon your treasure or barrels in the water, okay? There's that. Now, you notice how it's nighttime? Right now, I'd be very visible, kind of actually like maybe the ship's actually in the way. So we want to go to that and we want to actually, I'll say use lantern. We want to turn those off for nighttime, okay? So we're turning actually off all our lanterns, okay? So there's that. So there's always actually like the two that are actually on the front. Then you have actually one usually that is always actually like right by your helm. Okay. Then you have actually like your in here, there's three by your map table. See, this is your map table. Okay. Then you have your, this is by your quest table. Okay. Where you do voyages. Okay. So let me go through that slower for you. Map table. Okay, and with that, so you can plot your course, north, south, east, or west. So let's say, and then R2 they kind of join in. See, I'm at Plunder Outpost. Let's say that I wanted to go to Lost Gold Fort, okay? That is kind of northwest, so then I can go kind of to there, and you'll see a little, like it's very small, but you'll see kind of actually like a little dot. You're trying, you know, like little small black dot. You could click that and see you can actually like mark it or clear your marker or something, you know, with that. It like is clear all markers, so just be careful of that. If you want just one, you know, then you would go actually like right here, see like right here, and you click it actually again, okay? So I always have a hard time finding actually like, for example, Reaper's hideout, okay? Which we'll talk about actually in a little bit, but first, let's see where our Reaper's hideout is, because as I said, I always have a hard time actually trying to find where it is. See, it's like right here. Like right by the North Sea thing, and near kind of actually Port Merrick. So we're going to actually remark that, okay? So we have that, okay? So there's your map table, armory. This is where you can actually change your weapons, okay? To that. And then, so you have your weapons, okay? Then also reload your ammo. Now, going to here, see we have actually like these underneath here. So that is... There we go. So all lanterns are off, okay? Water thing, if your ship's on fire, you just get the bucket, you know, and then you can see, you can, this is how you fill it, you know, and then actually like, so you just push R2 to fill it. So that's actually always handy. So you actually have it filled with water, okay? Just don't forget to do that. And then see, use water barrel, and then it fills it, okay? So that now, watch out for food. Yes, you can cook food, and that'll actually go over and make it that you can actually like it'll restore more health, you know, if your food is cooked. But don't leave it on for too long, you know, because if you forget about that, you could set your ship on fire. Yes, you can set your ship on fire. Here's your food. To there, you can access to put it into your inventory or put actually like take actually out of your inventory, like we have the barrel. So like right here, see we have that. Okay, then this is for our wood. Remember we got that. Put that actually in there, and then see now we actually can store actually as much as we need to, and then that's the same with the cannons. You'll have actually cannons actually stuff right here. If you want it all in one, you can just actually like take it actually max actually have 10 out, and then you can put it actually all actually from this into here. See like that. There's your fire bombs, your chain shots, and all that. So these are all related to cannon stuff. Okay, and then as I said, you know, actually 10 at a time, you can transfer that to here, and see now you actually have where was it? See, now you can actually store more stuff actually like with that, but you can only have actually like 10 actually have cannonballs actually at a time actually on you and stuff, you know. So see actually like right there. So we go to here, transfer that, and then we go to see, and then we move it to the top, and then from there, see, we have actually full cannonballs, so there's no regular cannonballs in there. Same thing with our inventory with that. So we can just do that. And then I usually leave the flares right here. That actually is just if you want actually like if they're hostile or something, or if you want to signal like, hey, there's a hostile actually person or that you're hostile, you'll kind of actually do red flares, and then white is actually for like, hey, I'm peaceful or something, you know, where everything's actually good. But just watch out because not everyone knows about this, okay? It's just for that know about the code, you know, of that, they'll actually do that, okay? So then we'll just put, okay, now this right here, okay? This is almost like small projectiles or something, you know, it can actually hurt a person, you know, with that. And you can launch it actually at a ship and stuff. So with that, we're going to put all these actually from here. We'll put this all actually in here. Okay, and then take these out. Put these back actually in here. All right, so now we have actually like our ship. You can go and there's sometimes cursed cannonballs. So check actually like, depends how many supplies you want. Okay, now if you go to here, okay, it's called the Merchant Alliance, okay, which is a trade faction. Okay, so we could discuss actually about that, okay. So here, like see this table? Vote to represent the Merchant Alliance as an emissary. When you hit like the level 10, I think it is, then you can actually like go and you'll be able to get actually a Merchant Alliance, okay? And those are actually as much as the treasure that you get, it'll actually it'll bump actually up, and then you can actually like sell your items for more stuff, okay? So with that, we'll actually do that. But then if you go to these guys, see like right here, everyone, every shop has this, so you can go to actually to that. And if you have any promotions, like as I said, level 10 or like whatever or something, it'll actually show actually like what you can unlock, okay, with that. But we want to go to company shop. I believe you get this actually always actually like right away or something, you know, for this stuff. And you go to resources, okay. If you go to here, okay, then you can buy, you know, actually like a cannonball crate, a fruit crate, or a storage crate, or a wood crate, okay? I actually like to get actually like, try to get actually like storage crates, okay? Now, I actually like to talk to you about actually golds, doubloons, and also ancient coins, okay? The far left one that you see that's like a hexagon, or octagon, or, you know, actually like hexagon or something, you know, some people actually, they actually like, hey, that's an octagon or something, but actually it's 6 sides, I believe, or 5 sides, so it's a hexagon, okay? So that kind of actually weird type of coin one, that is your ancient coin. That's almost like real currency, okay? But you can actually earn that in the game, okay? Also by doing actually like the plunder pass or whatever, okay? Then you have the doubloons, okay? Some items can only be purchased with doubloons. Those are your blue ones, okay? So I have 1,682 doubloons, okay? Then you actually have that gold one, you know, like coin or whatever. That's your gold. That's the main currency. I have 12,040,824 actually of that, okay? So that's quite a good amount or something, you know? So with that, we're going to get a storage crate, okay? So when you do that, okay, you have bought storage crate, so then you can leave, okay? That, and see it says actually right here, you're like, where is it? It actually was this person. So you take your storage crate, and remember how actually it could only carry so much? So like here, for example, see there's 6. I can only carry 5 at a time, okay? I can just do that, just take it all actually at once. I don't have to keep on going back to my ship. And you can just take everything if you want or something, you know, and just store it actually in there. But for me, for example, you know, see actually like that, actually this right here, if you cook it, you'll be actually like hide your mermaid statue type of thing. So someone will, if you're close to them, it'll actually hide that you're nearby, so to speak. So we'll go and store that. Okay, and then here, going right here, see this right here, okay? This is scatter shot. It's like 3 or 4, actually like 3 actually like mini cannonballs. So they'll do actually like more actually holes actually to the enemy ship, which makes it that you have to, like instead of 1 hole, they'll have to deal with 3 holes or something, you know, for their ship. So very useful, okay? I don't use them too much, you know, but I should probably, you know. So with that, we're gonna see if we can take it. Okay. These, there's always actually some up here, okay? So right here, see, let's say I don't do too much of the fishing or whatever, or use these and stuff. So let's say like, okay, I don't want that, okay, to here. So I can just take that actually out, put it in my regular inventory, okay. And then these are the stuff that I do want, okay. So then I can take that stuff, okay. And then let's say like right here, I can open the barrel and then see I can just put these actually like right back. So there I go. I don't actually have actually like a certain item, with that. So same with these. And these are fireworks. Just watch out. I would actually do these maybe after your missions because they can really are visible. Very visible to people. So be careful with that. Okay, so we're going to take those. Okay. Whoops. I don't know what was actually in there. But let's see here. Okay, there was just more of these guys. Okay, good. So with that, we're going to take these. Okay, and these will replenish after a while too. So, ooh, now this is really nice. Bone collars. Okay, those actually like summon actually like generally like 2 or 3 skeletons that can help you actually on your ship and stuff. So these are really good. Okay, so if you ever see one of those, get it. Whoops. See right there, see actually stored, I want to take it. So now she's storing, there he is where you're putting stuff back into it, all actually at once, okay? So those are kind of actually like what I'm going to show you as we go here, what actually factions there are and stuff, okay? So then you'll usually see right here, this is for customization of your ship, okay? Do that, so you can go ship customizations. It's nothing really big, but see, this is all the stuff that I actually unlocked of the figureheads, hulls, to that, sails, wheels, your cannons, like what you want your cannon to do. Now, cannon flares, okay? There's different kind of cannon flares, okay? Do that, but I actually recommend if you ever can get to it, get it the Radiant Comet Cannon Flare. I believe it does cost actually like what do you call it? It does actually cost actually like the like ancient coins and stuff, but it actually out of all of them, it like doesn't really like block your view actually as bad or something. And then like these were actually like from actually like previous seasons, like plunder passes. Then you have your capstans, which is like your anchor, okay? And then you have your flags you can actually do. Okay, now, be careful, okay, with actually like this flag right here. Some people will say, raise that, okay, and if you do that, you're actually marked for everyone actually on the map. So be careful for actually of that flag or something, because actually, and also if you're actually like doing the Reaper faction, you'll actually, this flag will kind of actually automatically kind of actually raise. So be careful with that. It'll mark you, okay? So there's your ship customization type of stuff, okay? Then this is your hunter call. This is for like fishing, see? He actually has a fishing pole. So that's a trading faction also. So you actually have the emissary for that, okay? And as I said, every like 10 to 15 levels, you'll get that. You'll be able to get an emissary. Then you just go to the company shop or whatever, and it'll say purchase for 20,000. Okay, so it costs 20,000 gold. Okay, now for your ship, when you're in an emissary, like a pirate legend, not a pirate legend, but when you get your own ship, okay, which is a sloop, is 250,000. Okay, so save that. Okay, because it really is helpful. Okay, and one of the things is you can go and see these big ship, like big tent things right here. Okay, those you can actually where you can actually sell stuff. Okay, and then see these. This is for the new type of thing. So this is actually like things which I'll actually talk to you about right here. But this is free treasure, yay! But this is where you'll actually sell to the lady, which is called the sovereigns. Okay. So instead of going to every like gold hoarders, actually like hunter's call, or whatever, each individual thing, you can all sell it actually right all actually out here when you have your own ship and stuff, so very useful. Okay, so with that, we're going to find, okay, so I'm going to go to here, and then just for giggles right now, we'll just take this, see, a lot faster. okay? Instead of just checking what's actually in each barrel. You'll just have it, and then you can root through it, as you want. Okay, so now we're going to see, you can usually see where your ship is. So for now, I'm not going to get any more, so it does not actually like forever, forever stream. I'll just put this here, okay?